10. Ah, the dreaded number 2 pencil. As you write with it, the point gets more and more dull, and if you rub your hands on the page, it gets all splotchy, and if you dare to use that stupid red eraser on the opposite end of that pencil, what do you get? You get more and more smudges on the page. It doesn't really erase anything, and you're more than likely going to tear holes into the paper. And every once in a while, you have to sharpen the damn thing. You don't want to be doing that during the course of a test, and certainly not during homework when you want to get it over with. Well, that's why I always recommend a mechanical pencil, a 0.5 millimeter fine point leaded mechanical pencil with a white eraser at the end. The white eraser erases completely, no more red smudges, no more split pieces of paper, and the point always stays sharp. I know, it's a silly tip, but try it, trust me. Number 9. I know, everything starts off nice and neat and clean, but as panic sets in towards the end of a test, you begin to write in a little crazy way. I've seen students continue equations down the side of a page. Don't do that. I've also seen students write the word over at the end of a line and continue on the opposite side of the paper. Don't do that. As you see in front of you, write everything on a separate line. Make everything nice and neat. It will definitely help you see what you're doing, and it will definitely help your teacher see what you're doing. Number 8. Whatever mathematics you're doing, whether it's adding fractions, adding decimals, doing calculus, performing a matrix computations or computing subspaces, whatever that happens to be, leave a blank space between the calculations. Let the work breathe. Again, I've said it before, you want to leave enough space so you're able to see what you're doing, as well as to let your teacher see what you're doing. Again, the more you're able to see, the more you're able to catch any mistakes. Less mistakes means less points taken away and a better grade. Number 7. If you're going to listen to any one of these tips, this would be the one. Make sure to line up all of your equal signs. It will again allow you to see what you're doing. You're able to catch any mistakes, and when you catch mistakes, less points will be taken away. Number 6. Whether for your homework or on a test, make sure you write your mathematics down one change at a time. Don't try to do too many changes at a time. You may confuse yourself, and your teacher may not believe you actually know what you're doing, so you may lose a few points. Again, one line at a time, make one change at a time. Number 5. Again, another silly tip you probably already know, but use 3x5 cards. Write down formulas, examples, and other things on these 3x5 cards and study from them. Better to write them down on 3x5 cards rather than going through your entire notebook over and over again. Number 4. As if it weren't completely obvious, please read the sections assigned to you in the book. Sometimes the book can explain things a little bit better than the teacher can. Sometimes the opposite way will happen. The teacher can explain things better than the book. So, better to be hit twice, once by the teacher's explanation and once by the book's explanation. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but look at the size of my book. It's huge. You want me to read that whole thing? Well, yes, math books can be very large, but once you finish going through the book, math books usually can be boiled down to a few 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. So again, it's better to read the book than not. Number 3. And if you're more of a visual learner, obviously go to youtube.com and search for whatever math topic you're trying to learn. This is obvious, but sometimes students are in just such a rush to get everything done, they don't take the time to visit YouTube and go through the due diligence to find the topic they really need to know. Number 2. Obviously, with anything you want to get better at, for example, if you want to learn to play baseball, you practice baseball. You want to be a great ice skater, you practice ice skating. Well, same thing with mathematics. You've got to practice. Now, I'm not saying you have to spend 12 hours a day, 7 days a week to do this, but you can do maybe 15, 20 minutes a day, a little bit longer on the weekend, maybe a little bit less, but you've got to practice. No way out of it. You have to practice. And number 1. And finally, of course, take your time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. There's no reason to rush through the test or through the homework. You don't have to catch a bus. Take your time.